Welcome back to some more action in the desert. This is going to be a pretty fun match because we got some really big names here in this one. It's a 3v3, of course, not my favorite format, but I don't even care. This is going to be a pretty good game right here. We got Garmulator. That's probably the biggest name right here, playing as the Coalition on Team 1 because that's all he ever plays, with good reason, of course. Frosty Teeth, we know him. He's pretty good. Code Aldno also on that team, so that is looking really strong there, just by virtue of the Garmulator, but also these other players are not bad at all themselves. Down on the other side, we've got, as you can see here, Serum, who is a pretty fun player. Still using Tomcat's colors. No, wait, he's not. Oh my God, stupid. I always think they're just like, yeah, I can never see the stripe color on their carrier. I'm sorry, you are original. We got Moritz over here. I don't know too much about Moritz, but he's a pretty good player. And then we've got Catharsis, who is also quite a good player here. Really loves to use air units, so I would expect to see some of that. So we got one Coalition player down here, two Coalition players up here, but Frosty Teeth not really known for using the nuke, so probably it's going to be like one nuke against one nuke, basically. Garmulator, definitely known for using the nuke, so expect to see that. Look at the little red trim there, that's interesting. Doesn't seem to be part of a stripe color. Well, the map is Kartoba, of course. There's only two 3v3 maps, so... Ooh. Oh, no, it's just a probe. Never mind. I thought that was a blast drone. Oh, but I heard one getting made. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Anyway, there's only, you know, two 3v3 maps that can be played. Kartoba and Kalash Valley. I prefer this one quite a lot because it's a lot easier to, like, move up. Feels like on Kalash Valley you often get kind of stuck, you know what I mean? Like, neither side can really push very far forward because of the geography of the dunes. I'm wondering if this scanner it's probably going to see the base runner there. I would assume it would. Scanners have a pretty big viewing radius, which means he's also going to see the blast drone there. So that should be known to this team. I believe that was Frost. No, yeah, obviously not him. He's playing Coalition. I believe that was Code Noah's scanner there. So good placement on that. Able to see what was going on there. There are sand skimmers already streaming out towards Frosty Teeth's side, but he's got LAVs ready. It's almost as if he read their mind. There are going to be blast drones too, so it's still going to be a little bit dangerous for him, but we'll see how he's able to do here. Catharsis also making a couple blast drones. It looks like there's going to be some action on this side as Garmulator pushes out early with a turret because he's Garmulator. What else would he do? These LAVs in a good position. They should be backing up probably. But yeah, if this carrier would put one power into healing, I don't think any of the salvagers would go down, but instead he's lost one, very nearly lost a second, but not quite. Over here on this side, one poor sand skimmer just gonna get mercilessly chased down by these horrible northern scum. They're gonna try to extract an artifact here, but they're gonna find that rather difficult with a turret. He could use smoke and a blast drone and probably take out that turret, but it looks like he's gonna use smoke to get out of there. Also not a bad move at all. Frosty Teeth is able to hold off this side, so the opener is going very well for the red team here, although two artifacts were picked up for the green team, so they're not going to feel too bad about that. They have control over those artifacts at any rate, and they may be able to take out this one, although I don't think that's going to happen. There's a lot of LAVs, I guess. Sand skimmers getting produced over here, so if they want to, they can protect the space run. That's not going to be an issue. What's that noise? It's like... Doop, 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 doop. It's this carrier, it's wobbling. You see that? Dude, what are you doing? Anyway. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Does look like they're wanting to save this base runner, but only Code Noah. That's telling, isn't it? Only the person who owns the base runner is actually at all interested in keeping it alive. Yeah, I feel like his teammate Frosty Teeth could kind of help out a little bit more, but that's alright. He's going to go for the base runner of his opponents as well, so that's not bad either. Yeah, this base runner looks like is gonna go down. Here comes Garmulator, I think, right? No, Frosty Teeth, yeah, to try and save it, but it is too late. Maybe the base runner could have used healing to stay alive just a little bit longer, but it wouldn't have made too much of a difference. There is an AAV on the field here, but not enough to handle this many strike craft, though it will trade quite favorably if they are to fight each other, but... Garmulator's still being really dangerous over on this side here. I would always be worried if I'm dancing with Garmulator in this kind of field, you know what I mean? Because this is like what he's the master of. There's an AAV over here, that's good. Turrets are going to be difficult for that though, but it can't smoke up to the turret to like keep itself alive, stuff like that. So I'm hearing missiles launched probably, yep. But that's going to be really difficult to hit against Strikecraft, it always is. No reason not to try it, but it's hard. Looks like a little backstab LAV's coming in here from Frosty Teeth. This is just what I was saying he should do in that last game I cast of him, is be a bit more proactive, so I'm very happy to see that. But then they're going to back away. I mean, there are, you know, assault ships here, though, so that's understandable. But this is still, I feel, a pretty good position for them, just so long as he can defend the base as well. But it is notable he's only on one base here, so that is a little bit tricky for him. Everyone else is on two, I think. Everyone's doing it. Oh, except for Sarum, actually, is only on one base. He hasn't even started refinery mode yet, so that could be some time in the making. This is Garmulator's other. No, this is Frosty Teeth. Once again, found a pretty good angle there, but he has to back away. Should have done that just a little bit earlier so that he could kite the sand skimmers, but still, he'll be alright. And this blast drone got kind of close, but didn't manage to get anything out of that. I did not see what happened to the two blast drones on the other side, though. So that's a little bit unfortunate. But the carrier is going to come over here, try to just basically body block its way in. I like that. That's how he's going to secure second base, of course. Oh, and look at this kind of like flank here. Going to catch these units out. I said that, so out. That's how you say that word. But he's going to run into the AAV. That's a little unfortunate. Not really paying attention to it too much, it seems, although that many LAVs can take an AAV, of course. Looks like Frosty Teeth also multitasking pretty well, managed to take out that blast drone. But it's going to be railguns, it seems, from Code Aldnoah. Very early railguns here, with the base runner from Garmulator coming and setting down turrets everywhere. That's really dangerous. Look how much damage Catharsis is already taking. Interceptor's getting launched to deal with this, but because the production cruisers in the area, they just get instantly destroyed. I'm gonna mine from this bulkhead. I always like when that kind of stuff happens. He's got no more air units, and so it kind of feels like, what is he really teched into now? His teammates really need to come over and help him out on this flank, but they might not be seeing this. These two assault ships gonna get some good hits on the LAVs, but they need to back away immediately. There's a lot of railguns in the hood. But look how much damage this carrier's taken. This is really serious now. The base runner can smoke the carrier out, but not for very long. That's kind of like last-ditch type of stuff. There's a couple of railguns here, a couple of AVs here, you know, I feel, you know, the green team's not out entirely. Like, Moritz could abandon his second to try to help out with his carrier and with his units. He'd still be long-distance mining on it. I say that's okay because he's already got 3 bases. But this kind of carrier is really in a dangerous spot right now. And it's all Code Aldnoah. It's kind of impressive. Garmulator just kind of stuck with LAVs, basically. This is his base runner still here. Trying to find a space for a turret. Obviously, it's difficult to find a good place for turrets against, you know, the Con F, because they can just use the missile to bomb it out. So it's understandable why it's taking him some time there. That's probably an anti-air turret post. Oh dear, and it's gonna get some shots off. Interceptors having Afterburner, they're so good at dodging that though, so they are going to get docked. So that's good. That was definitely important for him. It's doing his best with those cruise missiles, but it's really difficult to land the shots. Look how tall this hill is. Like, I feel like this railgun could not possibly be sitting there. Oh, good hits there on the cruise missile. Actually not really, but almost. What's going up here on the top? There's a blast drone. It's gonna detonate, which means these soldiers are primed for the picking, but look at the smoke! Excellently done right there. A+, man. That's exactly what you're supposed to do with that. That's why I usually don't push in like that unless I've got 2 blast drones, because I feel like I'm not going to be able to get anything out of it. Railgun's not being moved, but I guess Catharsis was assuming they would be, so he hasn't quite hit them. I think actually the geography of this hill is making it difficult for him to hit them because of just like how steep it is. You know, it's hard to like see where they are to actually like land a good shot on them, which is kind of interesting. Catharsis still just having a lot of difficulty right here, and it looks like it is Garmulator's carrier over here, which is getting close, producing railguns on the front line, lots of LAVs. This is what we always see from Garmulator, nothing really surprising there. Moritz, like I suggested, he is moving his carrier out. I like that quite a lot. Oh dear, but he's left this flank of railguns totally exposed. The AAVs can smoke though. They should really be doing that already. Only one of them's going to go down though, so it's not so bad, but... Oh, excellent engagement on these railguns though. It's definitely where you want them. And it's definitely not easy for the red team to push in here, but they've done a lot of damage to the yellow team on this flank. This is a really exciting fight, you know. Oh, look at this cheeky little production cruiser mining on his third. I love that. We don't often see this kind of stuff going on. Oh, the barrage is good. Look at that barrage. Oh, he gave him a move order. Okay, so if you give missile ships a move order, they stop barraging. So he was like on the money, but then he told them to stop, unfortunately. And the LAVs are nowhere in sight, actually, so this is pretty sad for those railguns there, but these LAVs have found an excellent angle into here on the support cruiser. It's gonna go down like something that goes down fast, like the Titanic. Well, that took a long time, but it was just about as inevitable. There is, however, a siege cruiser here that's going to be good at shutting down these LAVs, so they're not going to be able to do any more damage to like other support cruisers, but still, the damage is done. These Sandskimmers, however, did a good job cleaning up a lot of railguns, and now they're just kind of sitting here, but, you know, that makes sense. They can't really push in on this carrier. It's quite a lot of power in here. Powers are 4 just now researched. And he's soon going to be at the cruise missile stage, which is, you know, where they're always getting to. These coalition types. Salvagers being attacked here. Very slowly taking damage. It'd be better to attack the support cruiser, probably just because of the support cruiser healing effect there. These Sandskimmers making a dive on the support cruiser, but this, I feel, is rather ill-advised. Just because even if they do get it, it doesn't really matter so much, and they're going to take serious losses on the way over here, so... Yeah, I don't think they're even going to get it. Diving on top of the carrier, it does so much damage. This is actually one thing I do really poorly when I'm playing against people like Garmlader and Discara and stuff. I run the Sandskimmers in through their carrier to try to get their railguns, and it doesn't work. Don't ever try it. But with all of those Sandskimmers gone, suddenly this force is feeling really exposed to all these LAVs. Interceptors are finding a good angle on these railguns right here. And this is a good interceptor play, you know. Recognize that there's probably anti-air over here, like almost certainly he has support cruiser anti-air, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. So don't even try that, you know. Just find where you can do damage and do damage there instead. So pretty good interceptor play from Catharsis. That's kind of what he's most known for, is like air units, basically. He loves air units. Okay, so cruise missiles coming out. It's gonna hit these railguns pretty well. Probably gonna get all of them because it's a cruise missile. Of course it will. Oh, one of them survives with, you know, a sliver of health on it there. I've always hated how good cruise missiles are against railguns. It's like my least favorite. Peter says, "Play, play," like, you know, the dogs from Over the Hedge. No, not that Peter is a dog. That's not what I meant. I thought it was funny. I should just stop talking about this. But yeah, Garmlader feeling confident enough with his carrier now, even though he has to even power things up, that he can take this fight here. He's doing very good damage there. Obviously, I'd like to see some things get powered up here, but that's alright. Put 1 in range and 2 in armor, looking really good. But that push there secured a production cruiser, which is a big deal. Catharsis now down to 1 base. What's going on over here on the side? I haven't even been looking at it. Frosty Teeth's just kind of trying to hold the line. I feel like that's his role in the team right now. Because they're doing just fine on this flank over here. So as long as this flank here doesn't fall, the red team's basically fine. And there are siege cruisers in the area, but he's got his carrier up there. Carriers are good against that once you power him up, but he actually does not have any power reserves, so feeling a bit nervous for Frosty Teeth right there. Cruise missile attempts not really landing particularly well. He could actually power up that system a little bit more. That'd obviously be pretty good. Where are these interceptors headed? Well, that's interesting. Interceptors are all hitting on this carrier, and I feel like Catharsis is going to do the same. They might be trying to go for a carrier snipe right here, and honestly, I think they're going to get it, especially with him moving forward like this. Yeah, he's going to die now. Oh, poor Frosty Teeth. Con of carriers just do, like, they just dump damage on other carriers with that missile system. So never underestimate it. You can seriously get burned that way. Oh, please finish off the carrier. Okay, there we go. The interceptors are gonna get it. Oh, and these Sandskimmers were considering moving in on that siege cruiser. That wouldn't have been good. But they are gonna find a pretty good angle over here. But Frosty Teeth goes down. Ouch. Now that is a big deal because that leaves this entire flank completely exposed. And now Kodal Noah, probably him, is gonna have to deal with it because Garmlader's not really in a position to get over there. Using the cruise missile on Moritz there, my frame rate plummets. Actually, Moritz very low on health right here. But these LAVs, this run by here is doing quite a good job. LAV fight going on over here, but I think the upgrades are favoring Garmulator. Yeah, they are. With this Conef carrier, you're able to dump in so much damage. Garmulator can't really use this carrier as a weapon as much as he would like to. And as a result, it's difficult to capitalize on the damage that he did to Moritz there with that cruise missile. Power Reserve 6 is coming in, which is good. It's going to allow him to be on full range and also have weapons in, which is important when you're dealing with Conef. These Sand Scares, meanwhile, have just been wreaking havoc in the backline. Seemingly nothing is here to stop them. They got a Sport Cruiser right there. As you can see, they're probably going to get this one too just in a second. These AAVs could be dispatched to deal with him, but it's difficult to micro like so many units, you know, when you're on so many fronts. So it's kind of understandable, but it's still really going to hurt them. Alright, I feel these LAVs are a little trapped here, but they're probably going to get out actually now. Unless the boost is used. Yeah, I think it's going to be. Yeah, and that should be all these LAVs dead, I believe. And they'll trade obviously, but not particularly well. Cars are 6 finish in about 30 seconds. That's going to be big. But this flank here, like I said, just really falling apart. They've cleaned up all of Frosty Teeth now, but that's really kind of a non-issue. I mean, like, he can mine, doesn't matter, you know. What you really want to do is hit this area right here. In fact, this even doesn't matter, because this is Frosty Teeth's mining. It doesn't do anything for him. This is where you want to be hitting. Because Frosty Teeth, of course, he can't produce any units, so it doesn't matter if he's mining, you know. Don't even worry about it. Honor Guard Cruiser gets brutalized there. It's unfortunate. Okay, Power Reserve 6 is finished now. Garmulator's going to move in immediately, you can see. Power up the weapons most certainly. He can even go Power Reserve 7 right now. And with a cruise missile, he could really do a lot of damage right here. Yeah, so weapons are powered up. We got a barrage from that kind of siege cruiser landing around his carrier here. But it's just going to melt like butter, of course. Another one pops out here at a very inopportune position. And they're definitely on the retreat now. Now, Serum has just totally bullied his way in here with all of these siege cruisers. How does he know to barrage that? Oh my god, that's so good. Okay, Gaussian Nuke being used right now. Oh, probably in synergy with a cruise missile. I didn't see where the cruise missile landed, but I think it was on top of here. He did fire it though, so I noticed that. I think Garmulator should just push in here. I think he can do it. Probably he's just worried about this back flank right here. But yeah, Frosty Teeth going down was a big deal, wasn't it? Yeah, I really feel he could have gotten this Conef carrier here. Maybe it would have been too risky though, especially, I mean, there's a battle cruiser right here, so, you know, that's not nothing. Garmulator can definitely respond though, he's fine. It's not like this is going to catch him off guard, but it does make it difficult to push in when this battle cruises in the field. Catharsis though really taking the hit for the team there. I mean, that's gotta hurt, but he's hanging in there. This isn't so good. We might be seeing another carrier kill right here. My dude, you gotta power up the speed. This is not where you want to be. You gotta power up the speed and get out of there. Go! 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 Sarah, meanwhile, doing a very good job. His role was to crack that flank, and he did it, you know what I mean? So, this is, like, he's definitely pulled his weight in this team. I think if they win, it'll be largely because of him. And this carrier may go down. It's going to be very close, though. I don't think it will, but... Oh, man, look at that. Yes, 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 the interceptors. No, don't target the production cruiser. Go after this thing, man. You can kill the carrier right here. Oh, what a choke. I think Catharsis probably could have killed off that carrier, but... It is hard to say. However, Moritz is taking a lot of damage now. And Garmulator's ready on the cruise missile. That's a dead Moritz, I think. Oh, why is it there? Oh, no. I think he'll still get it, though. These two battle cruisers are going to put down a lot of hurt before that happens. But you see 5 power on the weapons against this carrier with just a sliver of health left. Battle cruisers are going to fall pretty quickly, despite their immense health. But Garmulator's gonna have to back away. Yeah, so one cruise missile shot would have killed him here. I feel like that was definitely a choke there, definitely a misplay. Red team's still doing good ratings. I mean, like, the big advantage that the green team has right now, I feel, is that they've kind of opened up this side here, but at the same time, the same thing is being done to them by these sand skimmers, so it's difficult to say, like, who's really on top at the moment. Some really good beefy barrage did tons of damage to all these LAVs, so they're really low. I'm just kind of picking off salvagers, I guess, but oh, don't be here, don't be here. This is a bad place. This is a bad place! Ah! Why did it only fire one missile? That could have been huge. Oh! Ow! Okay, they actually get out of there, which I'm amazed. I thought for sure they were dead. Moritz has not really done the best job of healing up his carrier. Let this be a lesson for you. When you're in this kind of like CVC scenario, healing up your carrier is like #1 priority, because right now one nuke and he's gone. And I don't think the red team knows this for sure, but I mean they can figure it out pretty soon. And that will be one dead Moritz. This Galzian carrier just gonna run in here and try to sledgehammer out all these siege cruisers. You can't do this, man. No, run. So, healing is good. It heals up your carrier quite quickly, but you need to first prioritize speed to get out of there, because it doesn't ever really match the DPS of things that are hitting you. So, that's the general rule with healing. Man, if only Garmulator knew how low he was, he could kill him right now. It's so funny, but yeah. Anyway, the carrier is going to survive, but Code Aldnoah, to put it shortly, is having difficulty on this flank here. More battlecruisers are getting produced, and Moritz is moving out. I don't know about that. Meanwhile, Garmulator, I noticed, also researched battlecruiser fabrications. We'll see if he begins producing some of those himself. But if he knew how low this carrier was, one cruise missile, that would be the end. How many? This is 5 siege cruisers now. 5 is a lot more than 1. So... looks like he's running... Oh no, dude, don't! No. Okay, speed up, speed racer time. Oh, I think he's dead now. These units definitely are going down. I think Code Aldnoah's carrier probably should follow now. So Garmulator needs to get something done real fast. Didn't even kill the smoke cruiser on. If Garmulator can kill Code Aldnoah, no, sorry, if Garmulator can kill Moritz right now, I think he may be able to win. Is that carrier alive? How did it survive? Wow. Alright, I really thought he was dead for sure there, but no, he is alive and well. Okay, Garmulator sees it now, but he's already lost his cruise missile. Where did it go? I did not see that. I'm sorry. If only carriers got veterancy. I'd love to see how many kills this thing has. Look, there's no battle cruisers left. Only 2 siege cruisers, and they're both very low. I think Garmulator can push in now. I think he thinks so too. He's moving in. Full power into armor, and those missiles don't really do much. The Galzian carrier is getting involved too now, and that may be enough to break this. But that means they are sacrificing their entire economy, so no more units lost. They need to do this now. And unfortunately, these siege cruisers are being allowed to heal up, but it looks like the carriers found them now. Ah, this is so close. I feel like the red team has been ahead this whole time, but just barely not able to close it out, and their advantage is going down and down and down at every second. You know what I mean? Okay, cruise missile's ready, and look how low this carrier is. I mean, with the Galzian carrier in the hood, 1 cruise missile on this one, Galzian carrier should be able to kill it. You know what I mean? I feel like that would be game for Moritz. But now this coalition carrier beginning to take quite a lot of hits, but it killed off one of the siege cruisers. Man, he's just so low. I feel like he should be dead, you know? Now where is Code Aldnoah going, by the way? Just there? I guess, yeah, you know, base trade is better than lose all your bases, right? But Serum has made the full round, and now he's coming into here. And he's got some production cruisers, I think. No, these are siege cruisers? What the heck? Spoto! But yeah, you know, he's beginning to pincer his opponent here. Let's see this guy obviously move out here too. But what would be better is produce some production cruisers now and get some bases up here, you know? Okay, so cruise missiles getting used now on Code Aldnoah. Garmulator still has his, and he's got quite a healthy ball of units here, but I don't think he has enough CUs to launch one. No, he definitely does. Why can't he launch a cruise missile? Well, what? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Gaussian Missile Barrage getting used here. And they're kind of trying to sandwich him in with this carrier. Oh! Alright, so he's dead. Okay. That's a big deal. So they lost Code Aldnoah just there. But this Conf carrier now getting very, very low. I think the Conf carrier is going to die here now. Okay, it goes down. Moritz, not quite at full health, so he could also fall at this point. And these are all production cruisers, not even siege cruisers. So there's really no military might left now for what's his face, for Catharsis. I think this direction's the wrong way to move. I think he's got to go this way and try to take on this force right here, because then he can get to the eco too and disrupt all of that. Is that Code Aldnoah? Nice! He's still in. He's still in it. He's in it to win it, man. Whole bunch of barrages landing down on Garmulator right now. This would have been a good time to power up the armor. But maybe it's just because he doesn't have enough time. Oh my gosh, the time! I didn't even think about time. If 3 minutes pass, they win. But certainly the green team knows this. They just make a couple base renders and they can win. It's easy, right? I think that's why Garmulator's staying over here, because he's trying to hold the extraction zone. Okay, suddenly it makes a lot of sense. That's going to be a cruise missile. Very good cruise missile right there. Takes out all the railguns. Garmulator's tilted by his own devices now. Oh, this is going to be really close. He may go down here. But the thing is, like, if he powers up the armor, he just doesn't even take any damage at all, you know what I mean? Like, I can't really overstate it. You don't take damage, you know, it's crazy. Like, you should see it sometime. Perhaps it won't matter though, he is getting these siege cruisers dead. Oh yeah, he's gonna go down now to the Conf carrier. Oh wow, what a game. That was a lot of fun. The Swedish beast has fallen. How can this be? Hey look, I got an achievement for killing Conf carriers. BBIs please fix. Wow, that was a really fun game there. That was a really fun game. It's close. Tense the whole time. I really thought the red team had it there when they were up here in his face the whole time, you know. But Conf carriers are surprisingly good at resisting being sieged, you know what I mean? I think, of course, the turning point was Frosty Teeth going down right over around here. Is his carrier giblets still out there? Nah, the carrier giblets are gone. They leave the pretty like recognizable death spot. Like you see all these little bits of metal here. Those are carrier giblets. Like, let's see, where did the other guy go down? Right here, looks like. Yeah, he was definitely a bit out of position there. I think if they had stayed together, Garmulator and what's his face? Code Aldnoah, yeah. If they'd stayed together near the extraction zone, maybe they could have even won this, but wow. That was really cool. I enjoyed that. Thanks for sending in this replay, Serum. And of course, a reminder to everyone else, keep sending these replays in. We love having them. Or I do, I guess. I'm alone. But yeah, you know, it's a lot of fun to cast, a lot of fun for you guys to watch, I hope. Send them to me. And I'll see you in the next replay.